Hello and welcome to Heart Space, formerly TJ in Your Mind, a poetry podcast with myself, TJ, and featuring every month a guest poet based right here in Berlin. We talk about poetry, love, life, and everything in between. So sit back, relax, and have a listen. This month, it gives me great pleasure to welcome back the wonderful Kiki, who, in her own words, is an earthling from Venezuela, who is forever curious and values the power of community driven transformation. Now, in my eyes, Kiki is one of the most genuine and joyful people I've ever met. So, of course, it made perfect sense that I bring her back to talk about joy.
Joy Rebel. In a time such as this, where it all seems to wish that I live only sorrow, that just anguish persist, I will rebel in joy, I will revel in joy. For I see how you preach that it's only the rich who can laugh and enjoy, while no other is free. I will rebel in joy, I will revel in joy. This does not need to mean that I don't see what is. It means only I choose. I won't let you take this. All the laughs that have blessed every moment of stress, where despite all the mess, we can play this life's chess. I will rebel in joy. I will revel in joy. I'm a rebel of joy, heart all high as I go. Look at tender encounters everywhere in this world. I will rebel in joy. I will revel in joy. I will laugh as I go and rejoice in my growth. I will ask all that's sacred that it holds me so close, that it keeps me from falling in the hole that just weeps, for there's more we can change in this world that we live. We've got power in us. I can see when we roar, when we chuckle so heartily, when we dance on the floor, when we sing funny songs, when we make faces glow, when we smile at a stranger, when we let our hearts show. There's joy I can see when we meet, you and me, when we bring our own magic and we laugh our hee-hees. And if I get to be the one standing amidst all the endings tomorrow, may I laugh as I leave, for I'm a rebel, joy rebel. I'm a misfit of laughs, joy adventurer for all times. I will revel in joy. I will revel in joy.
I am so very happy to welcome again Kiki.
Yay, I'm here for the second time. I can't believe it.
Oh, it is a distinct pleasure to have you here again. I knew I wanted to have you back. So when I asked you and you said yes, I went yay.
Amazing. No, I'm very happy, and I'm happy that we're talking about joy today.
No, I love joy. It's what do I say? What about joy? It's it is. I like being happy. That's the thing, isn't it? I like being happy, and it's people often don't understand that, and they don't get that, and they say, but, and I say, well, I'm happy.
and that's super important. And I think really, as I was saying in my poem, there's a lot, of course, to be angry about, and there's a lot to be fearful of, and there's a lot to be sorry for, and all of these things are happening at the same time as a million wonderful things. And there's a lot of people resisting, and there's a lot of care being put into communities, and there's a lot of love being spread in the world. And it really is about what we focus on. And when we know where to put our energy, and when we know where to put our hearts and our thoughts, I think we can find more and more happiness, because it's not that it's always readily available for everybody at every moment.
True.
But it is also something that we can actively look for, and that we can actively search and try to find, because if we look, there are so many reasons to be grateful, happy, joyful, and
absolutely.
but we sometimes need to actively search for these.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be clear that it's going to be there.
Yeah, you are quite right. I think sometimes we get up. Well, a lot of the time we get up and we think of all the things that we have to do, and those tend to make us feel, and they start to weigh us down, as opposed to getting up and I am. Once again, I am. Ooh. As opposed to I need to do and I need to be. I woke up, I am. Yet again, I'm alive. Yet again, I have the ability to get up and jump and run and shout and dance and randomly smile if I so wish to, or walk down the street and just randomly start dancing.
It is there for us. We just need to sometimes get out of our own way. Sometimes get out of our own way to actually go there and be all of these things that we can be in this life, because there's also a lot of things we can't be. But it's really, in the end, it's a thing of focus, and this is why I thought it would be so interesting to explore the idea of being a joy rebel.
Joy rebel, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the face of everything. I can still laugh. Despite whatever, I can still. I think it's saying that there are lots of things we cannot change, but then, fair enough, I accept I can't change that, but then I can change how I face it. I can change how I deal with it. A lot of the time I've noticed when things are, like, one thing that really helps me a lot when things aren't going so great, and I always bring my mother into these podcast episodes, but she's always right there. When things aren't going so great and I talk to my mother, we don't necessarily talk about what I'm dealing with. We just talk. At the end of the conversation, I feel much better. Circumstances haven't changed, but somehow I feel better, and because I feel better, I have a very different outlook on this thing that was weighing me down 5 minutes ago. Same thing, same person, same TJ, everything is still exactly the same, but then suddenly I'm no longer weighed down by it. I can smile, I feel lighter, I can dance, I can whatever. Why? Because my perspective on that changed.
Absolutely. And this is why I was so eager to talk about where we put our focus, because that's where we are shining our light too. And if we want to share joy and share love, and then that's the light we're reflecting, that's the light we're putting out. And of course, it's easier, I'm not saying that it will happen every time, but it's easier that you will receive the same back.
Yeah.
So then it's like, how do you say, forever joy somehow. Like I give you some joy, and then you give me some joy, and then joy returns, and then it's like a gift that keeps on giving.
I was it on Wednesday. My band had this radio interview, interestingly enough, with a Spanish radio station. I know, right? The rest of the band was speaking Spanish, and I just sat there, watching them as they were speaking to each other in Spanish. And then, because I write a lot of the lyrics, I was asked the question about how do you, because a lot of our lyrics are often about positivity. There's smile today or whatever. Say, how do you look at the way sometimes how migrants are dealt with here in Berlin, and still write? And it's one of those I had to stop and think about it a little bit. And so, well, I see what is. This is fact. But then, you take in what is, and that is that fact. But then my job, not even my job, my decision, is that what I put out, that's a decision I make, what I put out. And so I take in what is, and I translate that into whatever, you know. So if it's okay, this is what's going on. Was one of the lyrics in one of our songs, "Smile today, even though it hurts. I'll smile today." You know, take a look around. It's a beautiful world.
It is. And this is the thing. And it's also made beautiful by the people that surround us. And it's made beautiful by the people that we meet randomly. It's made beautiful by songs that we hear. It's beautiful because there's this gorgeous tree when you walk down the street, or there's a ray of sunlight that just hits your face in the right spot.
Oh, yes.
So, like, all of these things make life beautiful and make life joyful. And now that, because also one of the things that I see is that we are living in times where we're living like parallel realities at the same time. Like, so many things are happening in the world at the same time. Great discoveries, great advancements on one end, and then you have like huge disasters happening in other places, wars, genocide, everything, right? So then it's very strange to live in this world where we can now see everything that's happening everywhere. And this is why it becomes even more important what we decide to put out, what you were saying.
Gosh, yes.
What we decide to put out there, because it's like I can only control what I decide to put out, not even how you're going to take it. I can't even decide that. That much is not for me. Like, I just, I try my best, I do my best, and then I come and I say, hey, this is what I have. And because I mean, I can't give you any more also. Like, I'll give you like what I can, and I'll be as mindful as I can to make it good, okay, to you know, I'll try my best.
It's literally, you know, it's, what was that? Yes, we were talking about this in a heart space session a while back, and I forget what poem it was that I read. It's unimportant, but I think it was we were trying to, so, you know, as we do in these sessions, try to fix the world, you know, and we're trying to figure out what's that answer. And I came to the thought that I need to, at all times, try to be the best I can possibly be. Sometimes the best isn't great. Sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes my best is at 200%. Other times my best is only 10%. Other times it's 50%. It changes from minute to minute to minute, which means it's up to me every chance I possibly to try to be my best. And it's trying to be mindful. That is a difficult thing, to be mindful all the time.
It is. It is. We weren't trained. I'm like, what kind of schooling system was that?
Like, all the time to try to, and it's okay, this has just happened. I'm about to react like this. Why am I about to react like this? Is this how I actually feel? And trying to deal with all of that in the matter of whatever bit of time, and then respond accordingly. That is not easy sometimes. Sometimes it feels impossible because it's speaking with the other person in mind, trying to speak in with the I want to give rather than I want to respond. I want to give. What do I have to give? What you've said this. If I'm mindful, maybe I hear that you need something. You've not said it. You've not said I need, but I can hear it. Somehow I can hear it. You may have said something hurtful to me. And if I respond, I don't help you hurt. I just compound on that. But if I hear that you're hurt, then I can try. And that's where that mindfulness comes in trying to be my best in that moment. Maybe I've got just a little something to add to your hurt. Maybe. But if I'm not, you give me hurt, I give you more hurt. And instead of that joy we're talking, it is compounded ill. And, well, we have a world full of compounded ill. We don't need more, you know.
Yeah.
And that is my thought. It is trying at all times to be the best that I can be. That is hard.
It is super hard. It is super hard. And it's because also what you were saying, sometimes your best will be amazing. And sometimes your best will be like, well, I can give this 10%.
Exactly.
And that was it.
Exactly.
But that's also, I mean, that's also part of it.
True.
I mean, we cannot be expected to be like machines, to be the same, exact same every single time. We are changing and as you were saying, it's like it's happening in one day. It can be, I don't know, 10, 20 situations, and then your best will be different for each situation.
Course, yes.
Because each situation also takes something different from you. And I think that in this train of thought, as you were speaking, I was thinking like, wow, sometimes we also need to like say, okay, no, but you know what, my best is actually to step back.
Yes.
My best right now means to step back, because I need to protect also myself. I think this is also something that we all should be mindful of. Like, nobody should be putting themselves in danger for the sake of whatever.
Yeah.
For the sake of whatever.
It could simply be a case of, okay, this is a conversation I don't have a voice in, so that's fine. My job here is to be silent, maybe to observe, maybe not even to observe, but my job isn't here, so that's fine. I will be over here, and I will, if you need, hey, I'm here, great. If you don't need, hey, I'm here, great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's that joy, and I think joy has a deep root in self-confidence. It's a, I know who I am. I'm happy with who I am. Yes, there are flaws, but yeah, I'm kind of cool. So I can dance.
I hope even those who are feeling uncool can
So
also
they can still dance.
Like, please, by all means, go ahead.
Always dance.
Every time. Hey, I mean, the newest and hottest neuroscience says that dancing is the best for your brain.
Oh, it's amazing.
Dancing is the best for your brain.
Oh,
so
yes.
I'm like, yes,
Oh,
dance. Everybody dance.
Oh, yes. Everybody dance now. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think, well, we have talked for a bit, and there is still much more we could say, but I think time she flies. Huh. Okay, so before we end, which feels very short, even though it's not, but before we end, what do you have to say to our listeners on joy?
Oh, wow. It's yours. Take it.
Ooh, nice. I like that. It's yours. Take it. Without the voice. Okay, on that note, Kiki, thank you once again.
Thank you so much for having me. It's beautiful.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you. Enhance your joy at the day that begins. Enhance your joy as it ends. Embrace the gladness that would seek to enchant you. Embrace the gladness and sing. Enhance your joy and reach out your hand. Help another being to stand. Enhance your joy and sing to the heavens. Enhance your joy and dance. Enhance your joy by embracing your season. Be grateful for all that you are. Enhance your joy and breathe in your reason. Reach up, grab hold of your star. Do not neglect your joy to reflect in all that you say and do. Enhance your joy in the season of unreason and wonder as life pulls you through. Thank you for joining us on Heart Space. It is always a pleasure to have you with us. We will return in a month with another special guest. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this poem, it, as well as a number of others, is available in my latest poetry compilation book, Perfectly Imperfect, available as a Kindle download or in print via Amazon and all major online retailers. And of course, we can be found on Instagram at heartspace_villain. We meet fairly regularly in person right here, so feel free to come join us. We'd love to welcome you. Once again, thank you for listening.